The state of North Dakota defends us against about 5.6 million cyber attacks per month.
And that means hackers attempt to breach our devices 75 million times each year. Renee Cooper has been investigating cyber attacks against the North Dakota government for several weeks. She joins us now to share how seriously we should be taking this issue and what Governor Doug Burgum has put in place as a defense.
Good evening, Chad and Lauren. Our state actually saw a spike in cyber attacks in the month of October, reaching 7 million attempts. But that's nothing compared to what the state's chief information officer has seen before. His department has battled back as many as 11 million in 1 month. I've spent the last month researching cyber attacks against our government, and I also sat down with Governor Burgum and his team to ask the tough question: what's being done to keep you safe? Hackers tend to target government software, but it's not the governor's cell phone number or emails they're after. They want your information. And the North Dakota state government is the most direct link when it comes to your personal data.
So it gives them this big, lucrative target to be able to go after for, in our case, about 800,000 people's worth of information.
Think about it. Your tax documents, your license, your marriage license, your children's social security numbers. They're all embedded in state government.
Across the gamut, we have such a large footprint of data that touches almost every citizen. I mean, it's one of the essential aspects of government that we're entrusted to do, is to make sure we're protecting the data that belongs to those citizens.
And the latest, most popular hack is ransomware.
They try to lock down, encrypt systems, and then ransom you and to be able to get your own system back.
Take the city of Atlanta, Georgia, for example. In March this year, all government computers went down through a massive ransomware attack, meaning hackers used brute force to guess weak passwords until one broke open. It cost the city $9.5 million to get back on track. The effects were so widespread that officials had to complete all paperwork by hand. At a Senate hearing this spring, the FBI said these crimes are becoming increasingly difficult to investigate.
The FBI conducts its cyber mission with the goal of imposing costs and consequence on the adversary. And though we would like to arrest every cyber criminal, we recognize indictments are just one tool in a suite of options that are available to U.S. government when deciding how best to approach this complex cyber threat.
An FBI spokesperson told KX News cybersecurity will continue to be a top priority for them because it's a threat to national security as well. But closer to home, our North Dakota IT department fights the battle for North Dakotans 24/7.
The unfortunate part with cyber is that as we adapt, so do our adversaries, and the adversaries tend to be able to adapt faster.
This is a map of the departments and sub-departments within the North Dakota government, and it's all one big connected web. The bigger dots in red have the heaviest level of protection, then the yellow, and then the small green dots. The problem is, even if a hacker can only get into a department in green, because everything is connected, they've now broken in and have access to all statewide information. Here are some solutions to the problem: money and manpower. Currently, the ITD has 11 full-time employees dedicated to thwarting cyber attacks. The department is requesting an additional $21 million from the state to upgrade software and hire another 31 employees in the next 2 years. Governor Burgum also says we need to swap from a server-based platform and keep government and citizen data in a cloud mobile platform.
This is classic. We're only as strong as the weakest link, and one door that's left open anywhere in the state, could represent issues for us. And so that's why, again, why it's so important that we have a comprehensive approach to this.
Riley says North Dakota has 250,000 devices in use that could be attacked at any given time. The problem isn't going away.
If you go out 5 years, that could easily double. Now that's happening all across the country, and that's part of the reason we're coming forth today. If we don't stay ahead of this, if we don't keep our systems secure today, we have no prayer for tomorrow.
Governor Burgum says the official state budget for 2019 will be released on December 6th. We can find out then if those millions of dollars worth of software and manpower are approved. Riley says the department's goal is to eventually move to a world where we're fighting hackers, machine versus machine. Chad, Lauren, he says that will give us a much better chance of defending ourselves against these attacks that are truly coming in constantly from all across the globe.
Renee Cooper with that special report. Thank you so much. So what happens when your information is stolen, whether through government software